Let me ask you something. If you run a business, and it doesn't matter how big or small it is, how much time do you think you spend a week doing stuff that you know could be automated? Things like following up with leads, sending emails, tracking customers, organizing spreadsheets. Now, what if I told you that the thing that's stopping you from fixing all that isn't time, isn't money, and it's definitely not that you're not smart enough. The only thing that's stopping you is that nobody ever showed you how to do this stuff. And that's exactly what this channel's for. My name is Sergio, and I build software, apps, automation tools, outreach systems, and I've been doing it long enough to know that the way people build things has really changed in the last couple of years. Now, I'm gonna be super honest with you. I'm not a computer science guy. I didn't go to school for this. I only started figuring this out because I needed to. And now I'm building stuff that would have cost tens of thousands of dollars to hire someone else to make. And here's the thing, what used to take me weeks to do, I can do in a day now, sometimes even in an afternoon. And why? Because of AI. But not AI in the way most people think about it, like generating captions for your Instagram post or making an email to send to your boss or something. What I'm talking about is using AI to actually build stuff, real software, tools that run your business for you. And I honestly believe that anyone that's watching this, no matter what your background is, no matter what you do for a living, you can learn this stuff too. So let me paint you a picture of where things are headed, because I think once you see it, you're not going to be able to unsee it. So something like 10 years ago, right? If you wanted custom software for your business, whether it was like a CRM or an automated follow-up system or a tool that scraped leads for you, you really only had about two options. Option one, you pay a developer. Now, we're talking anywhere between like $10,000 to over $100,000, just depending on the complexity of your app or whatever you're trying to do. So as you can imagine, most small businesses couldn't even think about that. Option two, you buy and use off-the-shelf software. Stuff that costs like $50 a month, $100 a month, $200 a month even. And it's a tool that does 80% of what you need and 20% you just live without. And then you're locked in. And when they raise the prices, you just deal with it. So that was the reality for a long time. Custom software for big businesses with a huge budget. Here's what's changed. AI coding tools have gotten so good that honestly, someone who's never even touched a line of code in their life can now, with the right guidance, produce real working software, sometimes in an afternoon. I'm not even exaggerating. I've seen it happen, and I've even helped people do it. A good friend of mine who runs an HVAC business built his own job scheduling tool because he was tired of paying companies like Buildertrend or Service Titan hundreds of dollars a month just to schedule jobs. It didn't really make sense for him, right? Another friend of mine who has an e-commerce store on Shopify built her own automated email send-out system that basically runs completely on its own. There's no monthly SaaS fee, no developer, just her laptop, and the right tools. So that's the shift that's happening right now. And honestly, most people don't even know about it, but they will. And the businesses that are figuring this out early are going to have a serious advantage over everyone else that's still paying like $300 a month for 5 different tools and they don't even talk to each other. Now, I already know what some of you are probably thinking. Sergio, I'm not even a tech person, dude. I don't know anything about code. I don't even know what half this shit even means. Good. Perfect, actually, because that's exactly who this channel's for. I'm not making content for developers or hardcore coders. That's not what this is. I'm not making content for people who already know this stuff. I'm making it for the person who hears the word terminal and is like, what? And has no idea what that even is. For the person who's never opened up VS Code in their life. And for the person who thinks Python is just a snake. So we're gonna start from zero, and I mean absolute zero. What's a file? What's a folder? What's code actually? What does it mean to run something? What's a dependency? What's Node.js? What's React? What's the difference between front end and back end? All of it from the ground up. Not because I think you're dumb, quite the opposite actually. I think you're smart enough to learn this. I just think nobody has ever explained it in a way that actually makes sense to someone who runs a real business and doesn't have time for academic nonsense, basically. So anyways, I'm gonna cut through all of that. Here's roughly what we're gonna cover on this channel. We're gonna start with the fundamentals, what a coding environment even is, how to set one up, what all the basic terminology means. You're gonna feel comfortable looking at code even if you can't even write it yet. Then we're gonna start building. Really simple stuff at first, maybe some little automation scripts that do something useful for businesses, maybe something that sends emails automatically, maybe something that pulls data from a website, just small wins that prove to you that this is actually real and it's actually possible. Then we'll go bigger, full applications, stuff that you'd actually pay for if someone else built them, but you're gonna build them yourself and they're gonna be yours. And the whole time we're using AI as our co-pilot. I'm going to show you how to work with AI tools and actually build stuff faster than any developer ever could on their own. That's the whole game right now. It's not about memorizing syntax or lines of code. It's really about knowing how to think through a problem and communicate it to AI clearly enough that it actually builds a solution for you. That skill, knowing how to direct AI to build stuff, is the highest leverage and most valuable skill a business owner can have in 2026 and moving forward. And like I said before, most people don't even know it yet. So if any of this resonates with you and you ever thought, damn, I wish I had a tool that did this for my business, subscribe, turn on notifications, because we're just getting started, and I promise that every single video is going to be practical, it's going to be real, and it's going to be stuff that you actually use. No fluff, no theory for the sake of theory, just real tools, real builds, and real results. I'm Sergio. Welcome to the channel. Let's start building.